and then the picture going through there. That. Isn't he? And the dragon, so that's what protects the castle. All places in Wales. That's why they.
There's a cauldron guys on that chair from your tickets.
Oh, you tickle it, yeah, cauldron.
So we got in here spiders. Oh, there's a cat.
Cats. We got spiders, cats.
Is there a dragon on the list?
Oh, there's a big. Here, come touch that ball, Jens.
Yeah.
Let me show you. What's this? Alright, Frankie, ready? You can see that?
Does it like give you a shock?
No, doesn't shock you.
Just feels like a normal ball.
Yeah, just touch it. Put your finger on it, look at that. Whoa! Yeah, put your hand on at the same time. You can do it at the same time. Yeah, but that's outside. Thank you. Can you feel it?
I can.
Yeah, look at this, guys. Can you feel it? Yeah, pussycats fell over. Frankie was going to try and
James, it's just the tent.
Wow, brilliant. Put your tail out, wasn't it?
So in 1820, this room would have been a carpenter's workshop.
Really?
By 1952, a big transformation took place. The chapel was converted into Lloyd Hesketh Bamford study. Works included installing a Gothic vaulted ceiling. The floor was lowered, and a vast cast iron and oak window was inserted into the north wall. Architecture. Further alterations in the 18th century, the room was converted into a private chapel.
I've got the children there, portraits of the children. Wow. And the dragon's protecting the castle from any baddies.
Also, from 1948 to 1980, this was like a tourist place because this was a gift shop.
Yeah.
And it says due to vandalism and everything, in like 1995 to 7, it underwent a restoration in 2018 to 19.
Was in London House at Portman Square. A copy now hangs here in the chapel at Gyrych above the sideboard. It has 3/4 length painting by Alice Roberts in 1896 showing the Countess in lace tea gown, opening a little square at the neck and with a bunch of red roses fastened in front. The roses are of rather peculiar and vivid shade of crimson and had to be especially procured from Riviera. The portrait is painted in the profile with a view of the Winter Castle in the distance. The easel near the fireplace shows a painting by Mrs. Adrian Hope, Lord Conquer, Lady Donald, eldest picture. about 10 years old, fair curly hair, beautiful eyes, and with a particular grace bearing on her mother. Coming in, gents. Has that opened on its own? I'm thinking. Yeah, be alright. Look at these. Don't, Frankie. We got some snakes. No way.
Well, this is your favourite animal, isn't it, gents?
No, straight, gents.
Oh no.
And giant African land snails.
Whoa.
Oh, snails, giant African land snails. Touch your tortoise. It isn't the Sanders tortoise.
Can they put the roof on?
Just like this one here.
Not straight, gents.
How many are there in there?
There's 5 of them, so there's 4 boys and 1 girl. And the boys have 2 horns at the back, and the girl here is very smooth.
Wow. Martin's not walking.
It's okay. Come on.
See? Gents? That's like that cage we were in before. Oh. See? Yeah? Look. Yeah, see? I'll tickle his chin. Watch this. Ready? Ooh, cheeky, 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 cheeky. See? So come in, come here, really, Jazz. Come and jump. Look at that big spider, see? Look at the big spider. It's all the time.
Come on when they feel movement.
You can enjoy it, you'll enjoy it so much more if you move to it. It's basically it's the fun you make you jump a little bit. Yeah? Look at him. Yeah? This is like that. This is like that cage. You see? No, it's open to Luke. Oh look, you got a face painting there, Jazz. Yeah?
You got some money.
Yeah.
What do you want?
Oh, what's this here? Look.
You see what it is? Little tattoos with
How do you take about 300 pounds?
Well, you both skiving now. How dare you?
Come on then. Yeah, you sure you don't want to tap me? You got it? Gives a smile, mate. Yeah. Yeah.
Hello, Frankenstein.
Alright, geezer. Nice fingernails.
Nice
That was
name.
in the morning, Dad.
Yeah. Look at your face, Jeff. Oh, come on, Jen. Oh, look. Is somebody speaking to you, Jen?
Can you see the family resemblance between me and my father? Do not mind Victor in the corner. He's just a bit cranky up in here, too many of my portions. He turned a little green around the eyes, so I can't tell if you can see. So, are we interested in making some portions today?
Yes,
So we have
please.
3 different types of portions. We have a strength portion, we have a speed portion, and we also have a portion that allows you to see in the dark, but it's a little experimental, so there might be some side effects with that one.
Strength, speed, or see in the dark.
So what do we want to do today?
What would you like, Jen? Come in front.
Strength, speed, or see in the dark.
You want to see in the dark? Okay, just know that there are some side effects with that one, so if anything happens to your body, that is on you and not on me, because it's in vocal forms.
Yeah.
So we grab our baseline powder here, we pour it into the basin, we have a bit of that. We grab our starlight extract, we are running low, so you may be the last people seeing in the dark tonight.
Ooh.
So you grab that, we pour it into my hand, a little bit more for you. We pour it in just like that. And then we grab our baseline activator and we grab some more for you, just so we can have it be very potent for you. And we open that off, and we put it in like such. Oh. And we let it bubble and boil for you. And we don't want to drink this, otherwise may end up turning green like Victor over there. So we wanted to take a smell of it. So we take a smell of it like this. You see?
Take a smell. What's it smell like?
So if your nose is full off, do not worry yourselves. We have potions that regrow noses, so it's okay. But you know, we can't tell how many noses may regrow or where they grow. It's really their decision if they want to go back onto your face after letting them smell themselves with something like this. So what will happen with the starlight extract? It will go up into your nose and into your brain behind your eyes, and it will implant themselves into your cortexes, allowing you to see slowly and surely every day a little bit more until you can no longer tell the difference between night and day.
Whoa.
So that will take around 2 to 5 years, business years, to activate the potion truly. But for the older gentleman here, it can take a little longer, as it's designed for younger bodies, I suppose you could say. So your brain is already fully developed, as you know. So it can take a little longer for the potion, a few more years, and so it may have some side effects for you, where one day you may end up not being able to tell the difference between night and day, like the children, or you may end up having cat's eyes or donkey eyes.
What? Donkey eyes?
What happened to the two of you? Only for him.
Donkey eyes.
So we pour the potion into my cauldron for the night, and we let that sit there and bubble and boil. I have to drink that all by the end of the night, or else I'll lose my eternal youth and turn into dust.
What?
But this is okay. You know, it's quite a small price for it to pay for it, immortality, right?
He's lived here. How old? Ask him how old. How old is he?
That's a little rude, do you not think? Right in front of me, I'm a few 100,000 years old. I think I look pretty good for my age.
Few 100,000 years old.
I have to mine things from the stars as they fall down to the planet and turn them into brews for you all to use.
See, cool,
But,
eh?
Thank you very much for listening and partaking. Perhaps even the dogs will be able to see in the dark.
Yeah,
They already can.
Yeah, can you see in the dark now, Frankie? Yeah? Yeah, she can. She just said yeah.
Like the eyes, I can already see that. So I thank you very much for listening. I hope you have an amazing time at the castle, and I hope your eyes shine bright like a diamond one day.
Oh, yeah.
More literal than you think.
Yeah. Thank you. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much.
Have a lovely time.
Wow. Oh, look at the pictures.
Is that alien 10 feet tall?
He is my father. Can you not see the resemblance between me and my father?
That's his father.
That's my father. He drank a few potions and became a green blossom, but he's now asleep for a few while.
Cool, eh?
Michael Jackson.
Thank you. Thank you.
And cross-save, I'll take the Sheila and Pete.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take care now.
The whole group of them.
Enjoy yourself.
Yeah, brilliant. It is
Good
brilliant.
to come in, yeah.
Yeah,
Good,
yeah.
good.
I loved it. Just it's worth every penny, isn't it, guys?
Good.
Keep wandering. Cheers. Look at these. They would have been like little cellars or something, wouldn't they? Look. Yeah, built into the rock. Bet these would have been like a wine, like a cooler for like cheese and stuff. Yeah, look at this. It's like an old town, an old, an old village or something down here. Have we been in everywhere?
Hang on, we forgot something.
What?
No, but we'll go round and we haven't come to the proper end yet, I don't think.
Yeah, we're not at the end yet.
Oh, what's a number 5 there for?
There's a number 4 there, picture points. We've missed the picture 4 point. Yeah, because it's up there, you walk past it. It's up there by the toilet.
Do you want to get in the photo?
Yeah.
I'll do a photo with you.
Let's get a picture. Anyway, let's get a picture, guys. Frankie. Right, sit down, sit. Good girl. Right, get a picture.
Look at me, guys.
You're trying to get him. Ready? Cheese chips. Yeah. Go on, gents. Come on. That's one way to stop the ball. Oh yeah! Oh, Frankie's after the tennis ball. Frankie, is that your tennis ball? Or is that the game? The castle's ball. Oh!
I just licked. The ball licked.
Ooh. Are they your tennis balls? Have you got it?
Then, yeah, it's straight on.
See if I can get it. Right, I'm going to have a go. Don't hit the camera, let's have a go.
Where's the other coconut jars? Put it up on the...
Oh, I haven't really keep one, but I
You can't keep the coconut, it's for the game, you definitely. Come on. Let's have a go, gents.
Gents, go get it. Do you want me to do it, Jazz?
Right.
Looks like an onion, doesn't it?
Right, I'm going for it. I've got two. Right, stand back.
Hang on, Jazz, come out the way. No,
take-
leave the camera.
Go.
But
Yes.
the camera's gonna get hit.
We'll just put it there then, leave it there. We'll see from there, won't it?
Yeah.
Right, ready?
Oh, I'm going. Oh.
Is
Ready?
that fastest getting it?
Ready. Ready. Gents?
Oh, there's a tip-top.
Yeah, 10 games. Oh. Frankie's like, yeah, I like this game. Oh.
Marble. Ready.
Get the other one. You're just trying to pick them both up in her mouth.
Two ball. Hey, Jensen's found another
Oh
one.
my god, she's nearly picked them up.
Whoosh.
Come here.
Ready? Whoosh. Okay. Yeah!
She's trying to get both of them in there.
There was a storm brewing all around him. The autumn winds were blowing, the rain was lashing in his face, and he travelled along at great speed in his horse and cart, desperate to be home and out of that great storm. And so he was slightly perturbed when he saw, some half-mile away from the halls at Alton, a great oak tree had dropped one of its mighty branches down onto the ground, blocking the way. But then he was slightly suspicious, because underneath that tree, in that howling gale, there was a young girl. Very slight she was, but she seemed to have the strength to clear that massive branch from the ground. And so when he stopped his great cart, he demanded to know what the girl was doing. And she walked forward, and over the top of the wind she said, "Earl of Shrewsbury, I'm sure you're keen to be home on this wild, wild night. And so I've cleared the way of the great branch that's fallen from the tree. But I would only hope that you would cross my palm with silver, put a silver coin in my hand, for the work I've just done for you." But the Earl of Shrewsbury didn't part with the coin. He looked down at that girl and said this: "If the poor are fine with honest work, rather than trying to fleece honest men like me around here, now clear off!" But the girl didn't move. She went over to the Earl of Shrewsbury and said, "Well then, a curse on you. From this day forward, whenever a limb falls from this tree, a member of your family will die." And with that, she disappeared, leaving the Earl of Shrewsbury to ponder the words that the girl had said, and to think about that curse. And so he whipped his horse, and off through the wild winds and the rain he travelled, until eventually he arrived at his mighty halls in Alton. Well, he was desperate to be home, and the doors of the halls were opened, and he could feel the warmth of the fire emanating from inside. And he went inside. His horse and cart was taken by servants down to the stable yard, and he was given dry clothing. And he joined his family around the great big dining table for a meal that evening. And they shared a hearty meal and the warmth of the fire and stories. They told stories of the day, and eventually he told the curious thing that had happened under the great oak tree some half-mile away from the towers at Alton. He told about the curse. But you know, they thought it so flippant they laughed. But the laughter didn't last long, because that night, as he laid in his chambers preparing to go to sleep, there was a mighty crash. Well, he pulled on his robes and he ran down the corridor towards his mother's chambers, and he saw a terrible sight. A limb from that mighty oak tree had travelled, how could it possibly, some half-mile distance, and had crashed through the shutters and windows of his mother's chamber. But worse yet, when he looked to the bed, his mother was dead. And a great depression fell over the towers at Alton. And 2 days later, the Earl of Shrewsbury, he buried his mother in the graveyard of Alton, and her grave can still be seen to this very day. Well, the Earl of Shrewsbury took to his chambers, and he spent his days looking out of the mighty oak tree and wondering what could be done about it and the mighty curse that had been laid upon the family. And so he was slightly angered when he looked outside and he could see that the girl had returned, and so he threw on his robe and he ran across the land. And when he arrived there, he demanded to know what the girl was doing, but she very calmly held out her hand and said, "Earl of Shrewsbury, a limb has fallen from the tree. A member of your family has died. All you need to do is put a silver coin in my hand and I'll lift the curse." But he didn't. He simply said words that landowners have said to poor people since time immemorial. "Get off my land," he said. And with that, the girl disappeared, leaving the Earl to ponder about the curse. Well, a number of days later, the Earl's youngest son, wanting to clear his mind and clear the air, he asked to borrow the coach and horse that belonged to his father, and he went out on a ride across the lands. And I'll tell you, those lands were so wide, it took him all day to travel, until eventually night time was falling and he made his way back to the halls. And then he saw the tree, and he moved underneath it, and he stopped and he looked up into its beautiful boughs and thought to himself, well, how can something so beautiful be cursed? But cursed it was. And there was a crack above his head, and down from the tree fell one of those mighty limbs, and it hit the top of the coach and killed him in an instant. But when news came to the Earl of Shrewsbury, he fell into a deeper depression. And 2 days later, he carried his own son's coffin to the graveyard of Alton and buried him next to his mother. And you know, his grave can still be seen. And the mood at the halls of Alton got deeper and deeper, and the Earl of Shrewsbury, he took to his chambers and looking at that tree day upon day and wondering what to do, and he pondered on the curse and thought, well, maybe I could have the tree burnt down and the ashes put in an urn and buried deep under the ground where the curse can't touch us. Or maybe we could have the tree uprooted and taken to foreign lands and planted there so the curse can't reach us. And then suddenly, in desperation, he had a brilliant idea, and he grew calm. And when he looked out the window and saw the girl, he walked very gently towards her. And when he arrived by her side, she just put out her hand and said, "Earl of Shrewsbury, 2 limbs have fallen. 2 members of your family have died. Will you put a silver coin in my hand and I'll lift the curse this day?" And he said, "No, I've got a much better idea." And he turned to look back at the halls, and the doors opened, and out from the halls of Alton there came men in great number, and they carried ladders and hammers and great iron nails and length upon length of chain, and they put the ladders against the tree, and they drove home those nails, and they chained every single branch of that tree together so not a single branch could fall. But the girl looked at the Earl and said, "Well then, good luck with this curse, because all you've done is change yourself out to it, because time takes everything away, and one day those chains are going to rust through, and when they rust through, the limbs will fall again, and who knows what will happen to your family then." And then she was gone, and the Earl of Shrewsbury went back to his halls, and the story tells, and it's very, very true, that he spent the rest of his days looking at the cursed tree, looking at the chains and wondering when they'll break. Well, the Earl of Shrewsbury's gone now. He's buried in the graveyard at Alton. You can go and visit the family if you like. But I can tell you this, that the chained oak is still there. I visited it myself just some 6 months ago. And you'll notice if you go to see the great chained oak that the chains have now broken and the limbs are falling again. And who knows what's happening to the ancestors of the Earl of Shrewsbury. And that, dear friends, is the end of a very true story of the chained oak. We thank you very much.
Yeah, brilliant.
Would you like a funny story? Get broken. He loved it so much. But he needed to practice. So one day he thought to himself, I'll go somewhere where Auntie can't hear the drum and it won't disturb her. I'll go down into the woods. But the problem was, the path that led down into the woods went round the back of Auntie's house. And he thought to himself, well, I better go dead early so she's not awake. And so early one morning, with his drum in hand, he tiptoed round the back of Auntie's house. But the problem was, he didn't realise how early Auntie got up for her first cup of tea in the morning. And she was looking out the window as he tiptoed by, and she shouted, "Hey, hey, 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 hey! Where do you think you're going with that drum?" And the boy said, "Well, I was just going down the woods, Auntie, to play the drum where you can't hear it." She said, "Oh, I might only have one good eye, but both my ears work well. And if you want to play that drum where I can't hear it, you'll have to go further than the trees." He said, "Well, where would you like me to go, Auntie?" She said, "If you want to play that drum where I can't hear it, you'll go through the trees and up to the top of that hill." He said, "Auntie, that's a massive hill." She said, "Yes, but it's not far enough away. If you want to play the drum where I can't hear it, you'll go through the trees, over the hill, and down the other side." He said, "Auntie, it's going to take me almost all day to get there." She said, "Yes, but it's not far enough away. If you want to play the drum where I can't hear it, you'll go through the trees, over the hill, down the other side, and through the big long fields." He said, "Auntie, that's going to take almost a lifetime to get there." She said, "Yes, but it's not far enough away. If you want to play the drum where I can't hear it, you'll go through the trees, over the hill, down the other side, through the fields until you get to the beach. Now, when you get to the beach, there's a boat. You climb on the boat, you row and 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 you row to the island. Now, when you get to the island, climb out the boat, go halfway across the island, sit yourself down, play to your heart's content." He said, "Auntie, that's almost a lifetime away." She said, "Do you want me to break that drum?" He said, "No." She said, "Well, then you better get walking." Well, the boy, not wanting his drum to get broken, he set off. But he went through the trees, he went over the hill, he went down the other side, he went through the fields, he got down to the beach, he found the boat, he climbed on the boat, he got the oars. Now, this is your Johnny Innie moment. Are you ready? Have you got your oars?
Ready.
Come on then. Come on, put your back
Ready,
into
Jazz?
it. You've got to get your oars. Here we go. He rowed, and 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 he rowed to the island. He climbed out the boat, he went halfway across the island, he sat himself down, started to play his drum, see. Now, as he sat there playing his drum, he could see what I can see right now, which is trees, you see, and he was looking at them trees and playing his drum, and he thought, "That's strange. Those trees are moving." Now, I know you're intelligent people, and you can probably tell me what moves the trees. Wind, of course. Well, there was no wind on the island that day, and he thought, well, if it's not the wind moving the trees, it must mean there's something in those trees. Oh! And suddenly the trees parted, and what came out was so horrible, the boy could hardly get the words out of his mouth, and he said, "Amma, Amma, Amma, a monster!" It had a head the size of a beach ball. It had a nose the size of a pineapple, and it had a long black hair coming out of its nostril, and when the wind blew it went... Well, the monster came running towards him, and he thought, well, what am I going to do? Oh, Dad always said, if I play a big loud noise, it'll scare the monster away. And so he played his drum. And the monster skidded to a halt and said, "Eh?" So he played again. And the monster said, "Eh?" So he played again. And the monster said, "Hey!" Doin diggy doin diggy doin diggy doin. Doin diggy doin diggy doin diggy doin. Doin diggy doin diggy doin diggy doin. Well, when the monster was dancing, the boy made his escape, and he ran and he ran and he climbed on the boat. Have you got your oars? Double time. He rowed, and 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 he rowed back to the mainland. He jumped out the boat. He went through the fields. He went over the hill, down the other side, through the trees, back to the village. And when he got there, he was out of breath. But Auntie was there, and Auntie said, "Hey, hey, 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 hey! What did I tell you about that drum?" And the boy said, "Auntie, I did what you told me to do. I went to the island, but Auntie, there was a monster." She said, "A monster? There's no such thing as monsters." He said, "Auntie, I'm telling you, it was horrible. It had a head the size of a... Do you remember? That's right. And it had a nose the size of a... That's right, yeah. And it had a long black hair coming out of its nostril. And when the wind blew, what sound did it make?" She said, "Don't tell me fibs about monsters. In fact, I'll prove there's no monster there. I'll take you there myself." He said, Auntie, I'm not going anywhere near that island. She said, yes, you are. And in fact, I'll tell you what we'll do. I'm so confident there's no monster. We'll take the whole family. Well, overnight, Auntie made a big picnic. And in the morning, she went round the houses knocking people up. She woke up the grannies and granddads. She woke up the aunties and the uncles. She woke up all the cousins. She woke up the brothers and sisters. She even woke up the little babies. And together they went walking. Well, the boy had his drum. And together they went through the woods and over the hill and down the other side and through the green fields and down to the beach. They all climbed on the boat. It was a bit top heavy. Well done, lad. They got their oars, and what did they do? They rowed and 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 they rowed to the island. And when they got to the island, they climbed out. They went halfway across the island. They sat themselves down and they started to munch on the picnic. But the boy, he held his drum and he thought, if that monster comes, I know what to do. But Auntie saw the drum and she said, hey, what? Who told you you could bring that drum here? And the boy said, look, when the monster came yesterday, Auntie, all he had to... She said, shut it! Stop it! There's no such thing as monsters. Now, give me that drum. And she took the drum off the boy. Now, she didn't break it straight away. She was going to take it home and do it by the fire. Take her time, you see. Instead, she hung it up into the tall branches of a tree so the boy couldn't reach it nor play it. And the boy thought, oh no, I hope it doesn't... Suddenly, he looked at the trees and he could see that they were moving. And then they parted, and for the first time, everybody saw the monster, and they all got their finger like this. They all got their finger like this. Everybody got their finger like this, and they pointed it in the right direction, and then they said the words, do you remember? Amma, Amma, Amma. This time, a monster! He had a head the size of a... Quite right, he had a nose the size of a... And it had a long black hair coming out of its nostril, and when the wind blew well, the monster came running towards him, but the boy didn't have his drum, and so there was nothing to stop it, and so the monster started its dinner. It picked up one of the children, yum, 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 yum. It picked up one of the other children, yum, 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 yum. It picked up Dad, yum, 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 yum. It picked up Granny, yum, 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 yum. It even picked up old wrinkly auntie, until eventually there was nobody left, just the boy. And the boy looked at the monster and he looked at his drum, and the monster looked at the drum and looked at the boy, and the boy thought, right, I'm going to have to go for it. And he ran towards the tree and he leapt. Whoa! And just by the skin of his fingertips he grabbed hold of the drum just in time, and he played. And the monster skidded to a halt and said, so he played again. And the monster said, so he played again, and the monster said, hey! Doing diggy, doing diggy, doing diggy, doing. Well, listen, let me give you a word of warning, right? If you've ever had a big meal like the monster just had, what you shouldn't do is leap into excessive exercise, because it can upset your tummy, you see. So when the boy played his drum again, and the monster danced, doing diggy, doing diggy, doing diggy. You were first, weren't you? Yeah. Out came the children. Doing diggy, doing diggy, doing. Out came the children and the dads. Look at that. Out came the grannies and granddads, until eventually there was nobody left, just old wrinkly auntie. And the boy thought, great, we've got rid of her. I know, I'm joking. And Dad said, listen, you can't keep Auntie in there. She's family. Play your drum one last time, and so... Do you want to do this one with me? You fancy being a vomiting monster? All right, stand up then. Stand up. That's it. First,
Stand up, Dad.
There's Auntie.
That's it.
Okay, no, Auntie's she just has to stay there. Okay, are you ready? Let's have an en masse Gyrych Castle vomiting session. Here we go, are you ready? Doing diggy, doing diggy, doing diggy. Are you ready, Auntie? It's going to be carrots. This time, are you ready? Out came Auntie, and they ran and they ran, and they climbed on the boat. And have you got your oars? They rowed, and they rowed, and they rowed, and they rowed back to the mainland. They jumped out the boat, they went through the green fields, over the hill, down the side, through the trees, back to the village. And when they got there, the boy said, Auntie, I think I'm going to put this drum in the cupboard and not play it no more. And Auntie said, hey, I might not like the sound of that drum, but that drum has just saved our lives, so go on lad, you can play it. And so that night, he played the drum, and people gathered round the fire, and you know, they loved that drum and they couldn't help it. They started to clap along. And they couldn't help it. They danced in their seats, and they couldn't help it. They sang to the stars until it was time to go to bed. But just before they left the fire, somebody came to the fireside who hadn't been there for such a long time. It was Auntie. And they found out something about Auntie that night that they didn't know. She could actually cut some shapes. She could actually bust some moves. And the funny thing is, what you don't know is Auntie came and talked to me before the story, and she said I've been practicing my dancing moves, and she said can I, Ian, can I do you mind? Could I do me dancing for people? And well, I don't know, do you want to see Auntie dance?
Yeah!
Auntie, come over here, Auntie. Give her a big round of applause. Auntie! Come on, Auntie. Here she comes, and out come the telephone. What's your spot there, Auntie? Now, Auntie.
Wait, Mum, wait.
Auntie, now, I must tell you. What I know about this audience here is they're really good. And when you dance for them, right, it's gonna kick off. It's going to be like the pyramid stage at Glastonbury, and you're the headliner. All right. So what I'll do is I'll leave the stage so you've got it all by yourself. The paparazzi have arrived. Have a look. Paparazzi are here, quick. All right, Auntie. Are you ready? Your dancing moves. Take it away, Auntie. Yay! Give Auntie a round of applause! And we can all finish the story together, because the story always ends like this. Thank you, Auntie, you're a good sport. They all lived happily ever after. And that, dear friends, is the end of the story. The boy and his...
Yay!
And so, ladies and gentlemen,